Quartararo was. That means there's an opening there for the likes of Morbidelli and Mir. Quartararo will start from pit lane when he's given the signal. Green flag in the back. Revs up, lights out on 2019. Great start from Miller on the second row. And it's a good start from Dovizioso also. Not so much for Marc Marquez. Quartararo finally exits pit lane, but it will be the whole shot for Desmo Dobby.
Under the Ducati fitted, we think, with their brand new gadget, the whole shot device. No surprise, Dovizioso gets the whole shot from Jack Miller. Marc Marquez in third place. Dovizioso then from Marquez. Two Hondas now inside the top three. Honda winless here in Qatar. Ducati and Honda, they've been the two dominant factories over the last couple of years in MotoGP. 2 laps to go here in Qatar, and the moment of truth is about to arrive. Andrea Dovizioso leads Marc Marquez. Cal Crutchlow still right in the hunt. Alex Rins in 4th place. Rossi in 5th. Vinales again sets another personal best lap of the race. A 55.256. Can Vinales somehow work some magic in the last couple of laps? I think it is too late.
Marc Marquez looking for a move now, looking for a gap. Will he try turn 6? He does like it into that left-hander. Will there be a gap? Will there be a door open from Dovizioso?
Dovizioso,
big mistake, a rare one as well for Dovizioso. He's been in control throughout this race, and Marc Marquez now sees his own opportunity.
Well, there's one for the scrapbook. That's a collector's item, a mistake by Andrea Dovizioso. That is very, very rare indeed. He made a couple last year, of course, that really dented his championship challenge, led or clashed out the lead in Le Mans.
That stake, in inverted commas, has put him in the perfect spot though, guys.
Well, he gets a good chance to see where Marc Marquez is strong, that's for sure. It's the first time he's been behind Marc Marquez for the whole race. Bradley Smith's taking a tumble at the first corner, the Aprilia wild card.
Petrucci's out of puff, Vinales is out of puff. They're both out of it in 6th and 7th. Rossi somehow still hanging on.
What a shot there. Alex Rins has been treating it to some spectacular wheel spinning action. Smoke billowing off that rear tyre. Now Andrea Dovizioso is going to need some Honda horsepower here. He's going to need all of those 300 ponies underneath him to try and find a way through. Down the start finish straight on Marc Marquez.
Here we go. Oh, thought he was having a go there, Matt.
I thought he was having a nibble there. So here we go. We've got 1 lap and 1 corner to go then in 2019, the season opener. It's been the classic we all hoped for. Marc Marquez will lead over the line shortly to start this final lap. We're about 6 kilometres away from the end of what's been an absolutely unbelievable start to 2019.
Here we are. It is Dobby versus Marquez, but Marquez has asked questions earlier than usual. He goes through but can't make it his front end. Oh my word, he's asking questions of that.
How is Marc Marquez still on board that factory Honda? Incredible. He's pushing it to the absolute limit. Advantage. Marquez, you know he's going to attack. Marc Marquez will go all in. Can he find a way on the inside?
It's a repeat, surely. No. Oh, here he goes. He sits him up. He's lost momentum. They both run wide. Here comes Dovizioso. Oh my word. The checkered flag is out. Who's going to win this one? It looks like the top step is stained in red once more. Dovizioso just gets it on the line.
It's an absolute carbon copy of 1 year ago. You knew Marc Marquez was going to throw the kitchen sink. It came, bolts nuts galore, but he couldn't make it stick. He picked up Dovizioso. Dovizioso knew the move was coming, and on the cut back, he took the victory. Again, the winning margin just 0.02 of a second, just like it was last year. Marc Marquez, what a fighter, what a world champion. Cal Crutchlow on the podium, a truly heroic performance from the British rider there. The top 5 riders covered by just 0.6 of a second. MotoGP is back. What a race.
That was unbelievable. Dovizioso does it again. The Suzuki guys are going to be disappointed. There's no podium for them today. Cal Crutchlow, that is the finest podium I've ever seen. From what he's gone through, he's not raced a motorcycle since Motegi.
Please, somebody find me a dark room. I need to lie down urgently.
And where the bloomin' heck did Valentino Rossi come from, Matt? 14th on the grid, written off this morning. He finishes 0.6 behind the winner.
Yeah, he was less than 0.3 of a second off the podium. Wow. You know, sometimes you think you might overhype the first race of the season. You build it up, all the anticipation, all the expectation. What a show. The pre-event press conference, every single rider. Yeah, well, again, Steve, it was all about the first 10 laps. full fuel tank. Maverick Vinales told us last night he was absolutely convinced he'd have put his mortgage on the fact that they'd solved his early race woes. Back to the drawing board on that one. Whew. What a ride by that man as well. 40 years of age, and he's 0.6 of a second away from victory in the first Grand Prix, and he started from 14th on the grid. Credit to that man as well. It's his famous saying, isn't it? All in Marc Marquez. I think it's fair to say.
Away we go here. Good start from Marquez. He got off like a rocket ship.
Can Dovizioso use the power of the Ducati as they head through the fast king into turn 2? That's kilometres an hour. How tight was that, Marquez? Up the inside, they both run wide.
Neither of them were getting Oh, he's off the seat there, Marquez. Miller goes through. Rins goes through. Oh, and Dobby's up the inside as well.
Heart-stopping start here in Austria. What a dramatic tried to find a way up the inside and Miller into turn 6. He does, because Miller had a big moment on the front end. Left the scrap there between Dovizioso and Marquez. They really toughed it out going into turn 3.
And this is as far back as he's been in a long time. Dobby up the inside of Miller there. He's up into third.
His factory Yamaha teammate Maverick Vinales. Rins made a meal of turn number 2. Miller.
Fabio Quartararo is about to find out what speed this him as easy as that. Quartararo then sandwiched in between Dobby and Marquez, back to a gunfight.
Well, that's what happens when you 10k's down a straight. Quartararo, that's going to try. Brilliant by Quartararo to lunge back up the inside of Marc Marquez. How often do you see, as you'd expect?
Yeah, again on acceleration, that's just so disheartening.
What can you do when you're 10k's or more down? You're just a sitting duck. You're a passenger situation, but Quartararo, that was a lovely move to try and stick it straight back up the Dovizioso. They sweep over the blind crest, down into turn 9. Marquez not close enough.
And he knows these two have got the pace to drift away if they invite. He goes through. What a disaster for Miller.
Well, the whole dynamics of the Austrian Grand Prix, super aggressive. He's trying to fight back. He does. He pinches back the lead. Marquez now, has he felt like, I'm just going to sit here, I've got the pace, I'm going to... Blitzes up the inside. Marquez has a real good long glare.
These two have had some proper ding
and harassing Andrea Dovizioso through his two favourite left pass.
in one put on there. Brilliant. Marc Marquez goes through, but here comes Bo. Standing toe to toe, he's wide.
He's wide, he's in hot. Dovizioso got the better drive out of who's made. We thought who was going to show the hand first. It was Marquez. He rolled
and he make it stick though. Into turn 1, he's wide again. Marquez comes through on the cutback.
Front tyre just about made it stop. What's that? 3 changes for the
lead. He's wide again, and now on the cutback, Dobby's got to try and get back up. Can he get in?
Dovizioso, is he going to be close enough? Will he lunge up the inside? No, he won't be.
One chance gone for Dobby.
How has Marquez got any front tyre left? He's pounding at time of asking. Dovizioso is not close enough. Turn 6 and 7 coming up where Marc
place left for Dobby. He's got to get the drive down the hill into turn 9.
So strong. Through this left-hander, Dovizioso's not going to be close enough. It's all about the drive. Out-attended Ducati's domination of the Red Bull ring. Here comes Andrea Dovizioso. He's
the inside.
Block
he's got it. It's a block pass. It's a run to the line.
He's got it.
He's done it. Woo.
What a race. Andrea Dovizioso's done it again here in Austria. What a race. Didn't think Dovizioso was going to be close enough. What a...
But this time, crucially, Matt, Dobby was the one that went up the inside.
Quartararo's down! Is that Dovizioso as well?
It is!
There's 5
Unbelievable!
Fire from the Ducati, the high side. Down he went. One of the factory Ducatis clattered in.
Believe it. They're trying to get that bike out. They're looking to Dovizioso now. I hope he's okay because he looked hurt.
Nowhere to push into the air. He's rolled through the tarmac runoff quite a few times there.
I just wonder if we might see a red flag here if they can't get...
For Fabio Quartararo, a shocker for Andrea Dovizioso. Marc Marquez now has...
Damn me back straight into Brooklands from Rossi and Rins, with Viñales then following Morbidelli.
Battered into Quartararo's Yamaha. He's on the stretcher.
Well, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki at the sharp end of this one then, as they now head around Maggots and Beckett's. Quartararo, he's wincing a bit.
Yeah, well, that was a big launch over the handlebars for Quartararo. Just now, Rins ahead of him also lost the rear a little bit. Dovizioso took a right.
Bro, that's your top 10.
There's no luck going this year for Andrea. That was a thumbs up there to the medics as well. He's just trying to regain his composure.
He's thinking, I'm going to actually wrap this championship up right now, if you don't mind.
This is a tough one. Great sight. He's on his feet, albeit very, very gingerly, but Andrea Dovizioso shake
of Marc Marquez.
Yeah, Rossi at the moment at this stage of the race hasn't got the rhythm. The two men ahead of him, Guerrero launched himself over the handlebars. Dovizioso just nowhere to go.
It's such a shame because
where the Honda will jump out of the corner a little bit better than Suzuki's GSX-R. No doubt about it, the extra power that HRC found this year. Real meal of Brooklands. He was well wide there.
Jack Miller did not get off the line well at all, being asked early questions by Marc Marquez.
Ahead of the factory Yamaha, that time it was Maverick Viñales. It was a pretty safe and secure second place that he surrendered and threw into the gravel trap in
there. But on acceleration once more, look at that Repsol Honda streak away from the blue Suzuki. Switch there from Marquez out front.
The braking stability of the Suzuki into this section.
Being third, Matt, is just really hoping Alex Rins is close enough to engage shortly.
Fabio Quartararo, Rins was out the seat as well. That's what happens when you've got nowhere to go. There was nothing. He's trying to think here, I'm going over the top. This is a horrible crash for Andrea.
So close you could touch Marc Marquez as we head into there now.
Yeah, you can see at the moment, Rossi just has not got the speed to go with the two men in front of him. Yeah, I mean, Andrea Dovizioso, it really was a punt to go for that medium rear tyre. Look at Rins' corner speed place.
Yeah, Andrea Iannone's just moved up one, in fact, ahead of Johann Zarco. Alex Rins then...
In Austria, it wasn't a battle for the podium, but Valentino Rins. It's history repeating itself right now for Rossi, because he'll see on his pit board, he'll know that Viñales is starting to go just on that acceleration point out of Aintree. Marquez just seems to be able to squeeze out those 2 or 3 bike lengths, which doesn't sound... He's remounted, obviously. Unlucky turn 13 for Rabat.
His teammate, he's got the inside line and he goes through. Rossi now down to 4.
That's been coming. How much time does Rins recover in the braking zone? He knows that Marquez has got that punch, the better drive onto the Wellington straight. He's just trying to...
They certainly do. Rins hasn't lost too much across the line in the end. Around Copse Corner we go.
Look, KTM's, unfortunately. Brooklands has taken Nakagami's race to a premature ending. Has found a way through on Fast Frankie. That was fighting for 5th place.
Well, it had Marc Marquez, but the Yamahas right now with Maverick and Valentino there, and even Franco Morbidelli.
Nakagami's exit means that Polispargo now 8th, Petrucci 9th.
Suzuki coming around the final turn. Into Copse we go then. He doesn't want to have a go, and he has to just take... And here comes Rins on the Suzuki. He leads.
Got the drive out of the first corner.
I wouldn't say that they're on each other's Christmas card list right now.
Well, and this is all about Bruno. That was Marquez. Just Morbidelli's having a good battle with Cal Crutchlow here, and he's taken that 5th place back. Then potentially could bring Maverick Viñales back into contact. 2 KTMs are down. So Johann Zarco and Oliveira are both gone down at turn 40.
There wasn't a lot of room there, and that is unfortunately Johann Zarco's crash. Time. Are the Yamahas going to just drift themselves a bit closer to contention here?
That's not going to go.
He's in 13th. He's 1 place ahead of Jorge Lorenzo, actually. He's up ahead of... The distance between these guys and Maverick has gone back up into 2 seconds again.
Tito still Marquez from Rins. Viñales is keeping Rossi at bay.
Here from Rins in 2nd. bit wide on the exit there from Marc Marquez. Well, looking to try and find a way past Marc Marquez. His mid-corner speed so supreme, and as it stands, Marquez would take a walloping 83-point lead.
Yeah, hotter conditions, not a lot of front-end feel this weekend for Petrucci. He's way off the pace at the moment. Yeah, good ride ahead of him, you've got to say, by Franco Morbidelli. Top 6, a welcome boost for Morbidelli. Got a little bit over-exuberant coming through the first corner, took himself out, and then unfortunately poor Andrea Dovizioso, also actually third in 2019.
He really is closing, in fact. Another couple of tenths in second.
In terms of tyre life towards the end of the race, so is there a late sting in the tail? Can the Top Gun
getting himself in contention to fire a move? He just makes a tiny mistake, and of course Marc, as you said, is 10th that time, but there's still lots of time left in this race for him to feature.
Yeah, the gap out to almost half a second, that's the biggest gap it's been.
Behind him.
Yeah, it's not what the doctor was hoping to deliver at all. We thought Rossi was going to go. This is the crucial moment then. Has Marc Marquez stage managed this to perfection? But the straight line speed, the straight line advantage is definitely Honda's, although Rins was able to close right up.
Rins to get closer. Cal Crutchlow's just dropped back behind Jack Miller once more in that. So
yeah, we've got a dejected Dovizioso, a deflated Doctor. Valentino Rossi, this is not...
Well, but nowhere to go, and he has gone clattering down. Just on this side of the... Oh, and he's almost thrown it down the road. Was his concentration taken away a bit by...
9. Just a few seconds before this, he looked over his left shoulder to see. Yeah, that was a big moment for everybody else. He's on the limit. He's pushing as hard as he can, but he's only going as fast as he's got the motorcycle underneath him.
Out of it.
Yeah, well, with Marquez parking that Honda mid-corner, he knows that coming out of Aintree, tenths quicker than Alex Rins. 4 tenths the gap then now with 2 laps of this British Grand Prix.
Up close behind Marquez, who has a bit of a wobble on the exit. Can Rins do anything about this down into turn 7? He takes the inside.
He's trying to fight their way through up into Bale. Marquez is having none of it. You can see his rear tyre hopping and skipping hard on the front end now.
There was another 4 laps of this, and he might have a say in who ends up on the top step as well.
Twix there again.
He's going brilliant.
What a move! What a move!
Fantastic stuff, and Marquez really struggled to get that. Goes through, he takes the inside line. Can he get the Honda stop though?
Around the outside of Woodcote, you can't do that!
No, they're side by side, unbelievable. Viñales is in contention here. Around Maggots and Beckett's we go on the final lap here at the British Grand Prix.
Marquez has got the advantage. Alex Rins is not close enough to attack into Stowe corner. Marquez gets his...
Viñales trying to reach and touch these guys, but it's not happening. We're running out of time here for Rins to...
Where Alex Rins took the lead on the last lap. Is he going to be close enough? This is where he's been brilliant coming into Village corner. Marquez...
He's got the job! He's done it! He's going to do
Unbelievable!
He's done it! Rins has poached it!
Unbelievable!
Wild!
That was all about the Suzuki edge grip, the Suzuki corner speed, the agility. They can't be...
Spectacular from Alex Rins. He knew he had to do it on the final corner, but he wasn't sure whether...
How tight was that? How tight was that? What another monumental... You know, you could see there Marquez, he wanted... Incredible last lap. Brilliant performance by Alex Rins. Marquez hooked up. He's on the gas desperately thinking, where's the checker flag? Where's the finish line? You can feel that rear tyre spinning up in a phenomenal race. And he's been pipped right at the post yet again.
There was a
sportsmanship between the two of them. They've been at loggerheads a couple of times over recent weeks. First time since 2...
One moment more. Sorry, David.
Yeah, no.
You think he could do that?
Not really.
Okay. Run out of juice, has he? On the limit then, perhaps fuel consumption-wise. But he's wanted to win that one. It was crystal clear, pure and simple, that Suzuki just had.
Matt, I will just add to that. I completely agree with you. Complete class from Marquez in that race, and he did lead from start to finish. But huge credits, really. He had that one.